My impression is that Israel is pressing for an assault before the election, and that the Obama administration is resisting that without favoring Iran in any way, but simply as a domestic political matter.
Well, the U.S. can't really afford to get involved in another war, can it?
Well, I hope not. But that's not the way it works. I mean, you do crazy things, and that's why the world's such a mess. If Israel strikes and there's retaliation, that the United States will intervene. And I don't think it's Obama's choice, but I think he thinks that if he doesn't act with Israel, that it'll be too costly in the election, and he'll do it. You have to see the American system to know this, or to really understand it fully. If he loses this election, he's a failed president. All of his major decisions will be primarily affected by how they impact on the coming election. Well, Syria's under extreme international and, to some degree, domestic pressure and violence for only one reason. And it's the same reason that gave us Iraq and Afghanistan and Libya. Syria is a part of the effort to eliminate every independent Arab government, independent of U.S. control.
You think that's the goal? It's not humanitarian reasons.
Oh my God, no! I mean, it's geopolitical. I mean, look what we did to poor Egypt, going back to Farouk, actually. Misery for the people for 4 brutal regimes, U.S. dominated. I wouldn't call it confrontation at all. I'd call it manipulation. The government tries to manipulate public opinion to support its policy, whatever it is. And in war, it's particularly, or in looking toward military action, there are only a handful of themes that you build up before you intervene in a foreign nation, or they've been offensive to us, or they're preparing to assault, something like that. All of those countries have been victims of U.S. aggression because of U.S. geopolitical, economic interests. And our foreign policy is overwhelmingly driven by economic power in the United States. It has interests in areas where we intervene, basically for, you could call it business, but it's exploitation. President Assad is a gentle person.
There are a lot of people that would really disagree with the statement you just said, that President Assad is a gentle person.
I'm not sure. There are a lot of people that want the public to disagree, but if you look at his history, he left home, he went to England, he studied how to take care of people's eyes, he's interested in medicine and healing.
Well, right now there's no healing really taking place in Syria.
Right now he's trying to save his country as he sees it. And that's a rough business if you've got people shooting at you. The Occupy Wall Street movement has an enormous potential. You take the anti-war movement, or take the civil rights movement, it's only people involved about race, you know. If you're black, yeah, it's great. If it's war, if your kids in the war are likely to be drafted, or if you're just a pacifist, but when you finally have a major population hurting so bad from the economy, or concerned so much about the justice or injustice of the economy, you're reaching 99%, they say, you know. You're surely reaching 90%. So I think it has enormous potential. I think it's got to study harder what it's trying to do. It's got to appeal a little bit less to selfish interests and more to the general interest.